Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the EFRL XFINITY series, brought to you tonight by East to West Coast Apparel Company. We are live from Watkins Glen. One of the few times we're going to turn left. Looks like that number 11 car might be a little stuck up on the fence. We are getting ready to just about go to qualifying here. These guys are winding down. It's going to be a great race here. New number 98 machine of Dean Qualley. Dwayne Kernahan back for some left-handed, right-handed turns. Quite a few drivers tonight with some new rides. Michael Steele hooking up a lot of these drivers. Baron Elam Jr. with that High Rock Chevrolet. Looks like we are getting ready to go for some qualifying action. Let's see who's going to be the first driver out on the track to set down some quick time. Looks like it's going to be that 26 car of Mr. Sean Patrick. Sean's got a new ride whipped up by Michael Steele. Most of these drivers are only going to get one lap here tonight. We'll see how Mr. Sean Patrick does. Join us back here tomorrow night for the season finale of the FALCONGRAFIX Legend Series and the EFRL Dirt Street Stock Series. Sean has started his first lap. You do got to be super careful. You go off the track. If you get an off the track notification, it will negate your qualifying time and you will be stuck starting in the back. Coming up on the bus stop. Rumble strip to rumble strip for that 26 machine. Alright, he's coming to the completion of his first lap. Turn 11 coming up right here. Down that long front straightaway to the start finish line. His first lap is a 1:16.093. Travis Lapenas jumps to the top of the leaderboard. Ben Park to the top of the leaderboard. Dan Park says, watch me. But he's not even out on the track. Mark Kalen in that 62 machine continues to be super fast. Setting down a blistering 113.845. Joshua Reese currently in second with a 113.850. Ryan Rose with a 113.871. Very close times by the top three cars. Josh Walker coming out of turn number 11. He's going to be starting his lap time. We'll see how he does. Looks like he might have jumped off the track and it stopped scoring. So let's go ahead and join Mr. Dan Park here. Dan in that brand new number 17 Park Brothers Racing Ford Mustang. All right. Dan Park on his first timed lap. Really fast through that bus stop. Gonna be down this long back straightaway. Comes really wide out of that corner. Braking hard to the left. Through the final right-hand corner. Dan Park is going to park that thing in P number 6 currently. All right, qualifying is set. Drivers are headed to the grid. Starting on the front row, once again, Mark Kalin and Joshua Reese. There's Mark Kalin, Joshua Reese. Row number 2, we got Mr. Ryan Rose and Dan Park. Row number 3, Ben Park, Daniel Krim. Row number 4, Lee Kraus and Aiden Giordano. Row number 5, Kyle Mays and Mr. Josh Fox. Row number 6, Travis Lapenas and Dylan Dunford. Row number 7, Josh Walker, Landon Brown. Row number 8, Todd Mays and Sean Patrick. Row number 9, Dean Qualley and Steve Hogan. Oh, lordy. I hate it when I hit the wrong button, folks. Alright, so we're on Mr. Dean Qualley and Steve Hogan. Row number 10, Fair Neelam Jr. and Ryan Frey. Row number 11, Brandon Griffith and Michael Steele. Starting in P number 25, we got Logan Tackett and Dwayne Kernahan. And that is the end. It does look like some drivers might have missed the initial start, and we'll be starting from the pits. That could be by choice. So 41 laps is the distance here tonight. I do believe we do have a stage break. I'll look that up for us real quick and see where we're sitting. Right here. Stage break is going to be at lap 15. We only have one extra set of tires. No fast repairs. I do believe the 8-car Phelan Elam Jr. has a penalty he has to serve starting at the end of the longest line to start this race out. But leading us to the green flag is going to be that 62 of Mark Kalin. Alongside of him, we got that number 1 of Joshua Reese. Going into turn number 1 here at Watkins Glen can be a bit difficult. You come down that front straightaway wide open. You got to trust that the guy behind you is going to brake in time. I myself am not super comfortable with road racing. Green flag is in the air. We are underway. Kalen's going to lead us down into turn number 1. Shows that the drivers that missed the grid are leaving pit road. Kalen and Rose off to a great start. Oh, Ryan Fry had an issue. Let's see what happened there. That number 32 machine. Heading down that long straightaway into the bus stop. Whoa. That is not something we see every day. Bad bounce for Ryan Fry in that 32 car. And to lap 2, we still got Kalen, Rose, Reese, Park, and Park. Daniel Krim's going to be sitting in P number 5, right behind Ben Park. Following him, we got Aiden Giordano. Kyle Mays currently running in 8th. Travis Lepenas in 9th. Dylan Dunford is in 10th. Josh Walker in 11th. Landon Brown in 12th. Sean Patrick in 13th. Dean Qualley in 14th. Brandon Griffith up 8 spots from where he started this one already. Currently running in 15th. Derek Regal in 16th. Farron Elam Jr., who had that EOL, is up to 17th. Lee Krause is up to 18th. Then we got Dwayne Kernahan, Logan Tackett, Mr. Josh Fox, Matt Moreau, Todd Mays, Stephen Hogan, Ryan Fry. It looks like Michael Steele is out of this race. At least I am not seeing him anywhere on the track currently. Unfortunate for that 5 team. Hasn't had the best of luck in the Xfinity series this season. I would imagine we're going to see everybody come in during that stage break. Oh, that 78 gets all kinds of loose coming out of that corner. Kalen leads another lap. Top three have gapped themselves a good 3 seconds over the fourth place car of Dan Park. Everybody's showing great patience. Oh, the 78 goes around. Let's see if we can get a better view of what happened here. Oh, he hit that inside wall as he was entering the turn into the bus stop. Right front, hard damage on that 78. Then he's going to jump to the pits. Oh, unfortunate event for him. He was super fast so far this evening. Reese trying to close that gap in. Lost some ground that lap. Let's go check on... Who should we check on, folks? Should we check on Travis Lapenas? That number 16 machine. Currently running in 9th spot. He's up 2 positions from where he started. Another Ford Mustang, JTD Motorsports, Steel Graphics and Designs. Josh Fox has entered pit road. See what happened with Josh. Obviously, he is not happy with the feel of that number 11 car here tonight. Quali having a solid night. Currently running in 15th. Daniel Crimmins went off the track. He's struggling a little bit here. Quick check-in on the 21 machine of Aiden Giordano. Aiden having a good solid run, up 2 spots. He's currently riding around in 6th. You can see Daniel Crim right there in front of him. About a 1.5 seconds separates Giordano from 5th place of Krem. Still far the biggest mover of the night, Brandon Griffith, riding around in 14th. Yeah, it's up 9 spots from where he started this evening at. It's a nice gain for him. Got a whole gaggle of cars right in front of him. He is definitely within striking distance of getting a couple more positions. We are 11 laps into this race, so we got about 4 more laps to go before our stage break. I'm sure all of the drivers are planning for that already. Oh, got a car spinning. There are no full course cautions other than the stage break. Looks like it was the 26 car of Sean Patrick that went around. Let's take a look, see what we can't see. Oh, he just got in way too hot. Dirt tracked it around there. Almost was able to save it on the outside of that one. No contact was made. He'll get that thing back under control, back going again. Michael Steele has now made it out onto the track. Joshua Reese has closed that gap now down to 0.4 of a second. We saw the 45 of Griffith pitting. I'm kind of shocked by that this close to the stage break. Let's see. What were our point standings coming into this road course this evening? Sorry about that, folks. Alright, so coming into tonight, Joshua Reese had a fairly solid lead over Josh Walker. Mark Kalin is in third. Daniel Krim is in fourth. Aiden Giordano in fifth. Kyle Mays in sixth. Todd Mays in seventh. Farron Elam Jr. in eighth. Daniel Park in ninth. And Matt Setzer rounding out our top 10. Matt Setzer is not here tonight, so we'll see how that shakes the points up. There is our first caution. Mark Kalin, Reese, Park, Krim, Giordano, Dunford, Mays, Lepenis, and Kraus will be our recipients of stage points. That's going to give us a chance to get these people all back together. All right, joining me up in the booth real quick for an in-race interview, we got the driver of that 62 car, Mr. Mark Kalen. Mark, how's it going, bud?
Oh man, the car feels great. Feels like it's on rails.
It's
Ready to finish this thing out and hopefully contend for a win.
it's looking really good. You had a little bit of a challenge early from the 78 car of Rose, but he got into the wall going through that bus stop. Did that make you a little nervous?
A little bit. I was about halfway through the wall and I heard a big bang in my headphones and God, I looked in my mirror and he was just gone. So that's real unfortunate for Ryan. He was putting on a good, strong run there for several laps until that incident happened. But now I just got to try and fend off Joshua. He was coming on strong there at the end, especially when I was catching lap traffic.
It does look like Daniel Park has beat him out of the pit, so you're going to have a different challenge on the front row with you.
Oh, I'll take any help I can get. I'm not sure how Daniel was in that first run, but I just know Joshua was within a second of me pretty much that entire time. So hopefully Daniel can hold him up for me if he's a little bit slower. But if not, we'll just do what we can and hope for the best. Shouldn't have any issues like I had the last couple of weeks because I just got a new PC, so no more crash PCs for me.
Awesome. I'm glad to hear it. Good luck on the remainder of the race, and we'll look forward to seeing how this one plays out.
Thank you, Mick. Have a good one.
You too, bud. All right, we're going to let him go back down and join his team, and we are getting ready to go back green flag racing. It looks like one more lap here under caution, and then we're going to get ready to rock and roll. On the front row, it does look like we have Kalen and Park. We do have the lap car of Ryan Fry. All right, there he goes. He's going to get the wave around. So he's going to hammer down and try to get his lap back. Looks like Fry was the only car a lap down. So that's going to put him back on the lead lap. As we get ready to go green flag racing for the remaining... Oh, math is hard right now. 20-ish laps. Pardon me, folks. Got a little bit of a cough we're dealing with here tonight. Nothing a good hot brandy wouldn't take care of if you're of age. Oh, I'll be back in 1 second, folks. Alright, pace car has dipped off. Green flag is in the air. Kalen gets a great jump on this one. Reese is going to take over second place. Daniel Park's going to fall to third. Ben Park is currently running in fourth. showing Ryan Fry in the pits. I'm not quite sure why. Bouncing through that bus stop. "22 laps to go." Josh Reese all over the back bumper of the 62 machine now of Kalen. The 45 of Griffin has crashed. Gotten it back underway. Ryan Fry got his lap back, but he is being swallowed up by that 32 car pretty quick. He's going to lose that lap here again. As the front of this field is going to eat up that 32 car. Oh, big one. We did not want to see that. Let's change views here, get a little different perspective on this one. So Ryan Fry here. 32, lets the leaders go, looks to merge into their lane. Dan Park comes on. Full boat of steam, a lot faster than the 32 was running. Just gets into the back of them. Ooh, heavy damage to the front of that 7 machine. I'm surprised a lot more cars were not involved with that, with where that accident happened. Pile of smoke coming out of the pits. I do believe that unfortunately belongs to that 32 machine. Rough break for Ryan Fry. So tomorrow night we are going to wrap up our Legends series and our Dirt Street Stock series, and then we're going to be kicking over to some late model action. So if you looking for some late models, we got asphalt late model stock cars, and then we're going to have limited late model dirt cars. So if you're looking for a place to race, want to get some late model action in, get a hold of myself or Dean Qualley, and we can get you hooked up with the Discord, the Discord group, and we can get you hooked up with the league. 18 laps to go. Kalen has led every lap so far of this one. Dan Park with that damage is still holding on and still sitting down some fairly decent lap times here in the 4th spot. You can see the front end of that Mustang all tore up. Dan's brother Ben right in front of him, that number 17 machine. Are you a fan of road racing? I do accept that it takes a different skill level. I myself have just never been that good at turning left. Sorry, turning right. The 94 machine of Dylan Dunford running pretty good tonight. Yellow. I think it's working right now. It's been taking me a bit. I just checked on it a couple minutes ago and it actually said, like, put on the valve and there was no water steaming out around the edge of it, so I think it's working right now. I'm gonna check it again in about 10 minutes here. Okay. Okay, and then I got the close, no incidents. Oh, I'm sure she was trying to hide from the police. Or hiding her dope. Wow. Yep. Oh no. Damn. Yep. Oh, I'm sure she didn't. deal. What'd she say? Sorry about that, folks. Here's part of a conversation between me and my wife. But we're back at racing action. We only have 9 laps to go for Kalen and Reese, who have really just set themselves apart from the rest of the field. 5 seconds separate second and third. These two have just been setting down blistering lap time after blistering lap time. We're going to have some more lap cars here in a minute. The number 8 of Fair Nealon Jr. is going to be right there in your screen. Last time by, let's see, we're just about to hit the stripe. Let's see what our lap times are for these guys. A 1:14.59 and a 1:15 flat. Mark Galen has led 34. He's pretty much led every lap so far this evening. He is super quick in that number 62 Ford Mustang here tonight. He has been quick all season. He has just not had the outcomes that he wanted. We heard him talking about how he had some computer issues early on. And that didn't help him a whole lot. So he is looking to have a strong finish here tonight. Hopefully not going to have any computer problems. Said he does have a brand new one, so hopefully that has alleviated his crashing problem. Reese 0.3 of a second off him. He is right on the back bumper now. Galen's got to keep that 62 machine nice and smooth here. Any little bobble in these closing laps could cost him. He's able to close up right to the back bumper. If you're a betting man, who are you betting on here tonight? Three laps to go for that 62 machine. Park up 2 spots, currently running in 3rd. Jamestown, Indiana for Mr. Park. final lap. Does Josh Reeves have anything for that 62 machine? Mark Kalin has led flag to flag so far. Less than a half a lap to go. Last corner. Kalen's gonna lead. Looks like this one machine might have been out of fuel coming to the line. Great win by the 62 machine. Kalen burning that thing down. See if he's got enough fuel to make it back around for pictures. Alright, our third place driver here this evening, we got the number 17 car, Mr. Ben Park.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Well, you barely beat out your brother. He had some damage there after getting caught up with that lap car. But you had a strong run all night long anyways in that 17 machine. You qualified pretty strong and then just hung out up at the front.
Yeah, I'm not really a road racer, but I always seem to perform well here. It sucks that happened to my brother, but I don't know. Sometimes lap cars get confused as to where we're supposed to be, where we're trying to go, and we make contact contact sometimes.
Yes,
Stuff
sir.
happens.
Unfortunately, it does. Well, that 17 car was pretty strong. You still got, looks like you got Tim still riding on there with you. Sorry to hear about your dad.
Appreciate it. Thank you. Yep, it's unfortunate. He's going to be with me in every race that I do for the time being.
100%. I completely understand that. I've known you and your brother now for a bit, and you guys are great people, and it's always a pleasure racing with you guys.
Yeah, we enjoy racing with you guys. I haven't been able to race as much as I'd like to, but life happens. Real life stuff going on.
It does, unfortunately.
But
Well,
I always try to be here. I always try to run clean, race in the front. Sometimes doesn't work out. It's been a rough season so far.
it is. You had a little bit of a connection issue early on, but it looks like you've gotten those all ironed out.
Yep, no more internet problems at least. Now I just have to work on my finishing.
Well, finishing third here tonight, that's always a good start.
Yep, it's not bad.
All right, buddy, who do you want to give a shout out to?
Two more spots to gain. I got to thank Michael Steele for the paint scheme, Steele Graphics and Designs. He always does a great job with the paints every time. He's insane. If you need a paint scheme, Michael Steele's the guy to get it.
That is true. Three out of the top 4 cars were painted by Michael Steele tonight.
Yep. Like, I got to thank teammates Josh Reese, my brother, Josh Fox for letting me race, but Dean for putting the league on, you for broadcasting, Mick, always good. Appreciate everything.
All right, buddy. Well, thank you very much for being up in the booth with us tonight, and congratulations on finishing third at this nice road course.
Thank you.
Bringing home that number 1 machine in second place tonight, Mr. Joshua Reese. Josh, Mark Halen, he had it hammered down tonight.
Yeah, it's great drive by him. He really had me covered off in all senses, honestly. We got together there a little bit at the end. Unfortunately, I obviously that's not how I want to race. I want to be able to race people clean, and I didn't mean to get into him. But yeah, he definitely had me covered off the entire time. Good win by him.
I was kind of shocked on that when we had the stage break that Dan Park was able to beat you out of pit road.
Yeah, I stopped too short on my box.
Oh, yeah, that'll do it every time.
Yeah, and I cost me a spot, but I mean we got it right back on the restart. So yeah, I don't know. I feel disappointed in the second, which like is tough to say because I'm obviously a podium. It's happy for that, but it sucks to get second on a track where I feel like I really like.
Well, and it definitely finishing second helps you in your overall points hunt for this evening. You are pretty much dominating, I do believe, the Xfinity series.
Yeah, I mean, besides I think Bristol were just had an incident on lap 4 that just sent me back, just and never could really recover. Obviously, I had too much damage, but I mean, other than that, I feel like all my runs have been very good. A couple runs I felt like I could have been better, but you know.
And in a lot of the races, you've picked up stage points too, which would always help.
Yeah, my goal and I like figured that out too late in this race. I wanted to short pit the stage to be able to jump out in the lead on the final restart. But when I looked at my lap counter, we were coming off turn 4 and we were coming to lap 14, and I just realized it, and I was like, well, can't go to pit road now.
Yep, they were closed.
Yeah, I just looked at it way too late.
Well, congratulations on finishing second. You kept that number 1 car pretty clean. There was a little bit of minor contact with you in the 62, but everybody kept it going straight, no harm, no foul, and you guys put on a great show there in the closing laps. You'd get right to his back bumper, but man, just too tough.
Yeah, it's really tough to pass here. You only have one opportunity to pass, and that's down the back stretch, or if you like send it into one of the corners. But I mean, he had me covered off in the first half of the track. He was better than me throughout the whole race. But I feel like in the second half, from like the bus stop onward, I was better. It's just could never really get an opportunity to make a move into one of the corners, break late or whatever.
Yep,
It is
you,
what it is.
you
Good,
definitely
good job
needed
by
him to make a mistake, and he just didn't do it.
Yeah, I mean, I started pushing there late, like extremely hard to try and push him into a mistake. Right on the restart, I kind of wanted to try and push him into a mistake, and my teammates were like, "Just chill out. Like, got a long run to go here." I was like, "Well, I want to keep the pressure on him."
Sometimes
Yeah.
it's best to listen to teammates.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, obviously, yeah, I'll listen to most things they say because obviously they know what they're talking about.
Well, congratulations on finishing second tonight. Who all do you want to give a shout out to?
You guys for putting on the league, you for broadcasting, and Mick, or you Mick for broadcasting, and Dean for putting on the league each week. It's fun running these. I have a lot of fun doing this. My teammates at Josh Fox Motorsports, Ben, Dan, and Josh. Congrats to Ben also on the P3. You know, obviously, like I say every week, it's good working with all of them. You know, good result for the team points, and congrats to Mark on the win.
All right, buddy. Well, thank you very much, and we look forward to seeing you back next week.
Yes, sir. Take care. Have a good one.
Well, we talked to him at the stage break. We're going to talk to him here at the end. That number 62 car, Mr. Mark Galen.
What's going on, Mick? Did you enjoy the show?
I did. Looks like the one car got into you just a little bit there in the closing laps, trying to push the issue just a little bit, but you guys raced it out and you held them off.
Yeah, it was just an unfortunate situation with my teammate who was trying to get out of my way, but unfortunately just misjudged it and just completely bombed the bus stop. And the angle he was taking to get back on, I just wasn't sure where he was going to end up. So I checked up real hard, and that's what got Josh to my rear bumper. And I knew he was going to try and go under me if he had room. So I tried to squeeze closer to my teammate through the corner. And unfortunately, Joshua and I made a little contact. And yeah, mad props to Joshua because he could have easily just kept driving through me and gone on to take the win. So ton of respect gained for Joshua in that moment. Um, and to be honest, if my teammate Logan wasn't there when Joshua did make contact, I probably would have got turned all the way around. So maybe it was a saving grace. It was fun.
Well, you definitely put on a school, and you did lead officially, I do believe, every lap.
Yeah, I think you're right. Got pole position, potentially the fastest lap. Yeah, I got the hat trick there, buddy. All laps led, won, pole, and fastest lap.
Well, congratulations. You've had a fast car the last several weeks, but due to the computer issues, you've never had a great finish.
Yeah, the last 2 weeks really is where the bug started. Because I upgraded from a single monitor to a triple monitor setup, and my PC just did not like it. So unfortunately, my PC crashed when I was in the lead at Darlington, and I was putting on a school or a clinic there as well. And then Kansas, I didn't even get to make the start. I think I qualified front row, but ended up joining the race 5 laps down and never could recover from it. So it's just unfortunate. I know we've had strong Ford Mustangs from the Steel Graphics camp. Um, and yeah, I'm just glad we could finally put one together and get the finish we deserve.
Well, congratulations, bud. I know you just gave a shout out to Michael Steele and his camp, but any other one you would like to say thank you to tonight?
Yeah, I want to give a shout out to our team sponsor as well, Lotus Dynamic Designs. If you want a custom light box in the shape of a sim racing car or any other kind of sports team, memorabilia, logo, jerseys, persons, whatever, hit up Lotus Dynamics Designs for a custom light box. They're pretty gnarly looking.
I've seen some
So,
pictures. They're pretty cool.
yeah, he does great work. And then a shout out to you, Mick, for up in the broadcast booth putting on the show. Appreciate it. And to the owners of the league for putting on the races.
All right, buddy. Well, thank you very much, and we look forward to seeing you back next week.
All right, thank you. You have a good night.
All right, ladies and gents, that's going to do it for us here from Watkins Glen. Congratulations to the top 4 cars. We got Mark Kalin, Joshua Reese, Ben Park, and Dan Park. Great run up front by all drivers, and we look forward to seeing them back in action next week. Thank you very much, and we will catch you